technology and innovation is absolutely critical to the future of the industry. So we've been having the technology pitch battles for a number of years now, and it's a great way to showcase innovation and technology, and also how they can make a real difference in the mining industry.
Hello, you're watching Proactive. Joining me is Resourcing Tomorrow Divisional Director Andrew Thake. Andrew, very good to speak with you today. What makes this year's Resourcing Tomorrow a can't miss event?
Delighted to be with you again, Stephen. I think that what makes Resourcing Tomorrow a really unmissable event is we have really, really crucial conversations that set direction for the future of the industry. So we'll have over 2,100 attendees. We'll have over 40 governments there. We'll have over 175 mining companies ranging from both the majors and the mid-tiers to also the junior miners, plus also over 500 plus investors and other key players within the value chain. We like to think that we kind of don't shirk those difficult conversations. And if you come to Resourcing Tomorrow, you'll hear lots of really unmissable content.
Andrew, with global mining giants attending, what can participants expect from hearing those leaders speak?
I think this year we've seen a lot of interest on geopolitics and on Trump and on tariffs. So I think that that will be sort of like forerunner of like a lot of the conversations. And with that in mind, we do have speakers from the Ukrainian government, also the Greenland government, and also, of course, from the US as well. There's also a lot of interest about mergers and acquisitions. Obviously, the Anglo Tech M&A deal is very, very recent in a lot of people's minds, but that's been one of many sort of like really interesting deals, such as the MP financing, the MP financing deal, the Adriatics deal with Dundee Precious Metals. So I think there's a lot of interest around the M&A activity. Commodities prices obviously are very, very strong in some areas, such as gold. So we'll have a lot of like discussions around that as well. And then also we've got a couple of like new areas that we're also focusing on this year as well. So we've got a very, very good keynote session on defense, featuring a keynote speaker from NATO. We also have a little bit of out of the box speaking as well with Sir Martin Sorrell, legendary advertising guru, talking about, his experience of brand and advertising and how that can be applied to the mining industry. And I guess the last thing to mention as well is topic areas such as ESG and sustainability. We still have them on the program because certainly when we talk to the mining industry, they're still very important on their agendas, even though, certain geopolitical pressures means that there is, that there has been some pressure on ESG in recent months.
Your roundtables cover hot topics like deep sea mining and Ukraine reconstruction. What insights will attendees take away?
We're organising the roundtables this year because in the plenary theatre, it's great. We have these 40-minute panels where we have everyone in the room. But the advantage about having these round tables is we run them under Chatham House rules. They're longer, they're 90 minutes long, and you can talk about much more. You can talk about more sensitive topics in more depth, with Ukraine and deep sea mining being really good examples. We're getting tremendous uptake, for those like round tables from the Ukraine one, for example. We've got Jeffrey Pyatt, the former Assistant Secretary of State, and also Dominic Raab taking part, as well as a whole host of Ukrainians who've flown over into the country just for the roundtable as well. And I think it's just very important as well as a conference organizer to offer different content to the audience. So the roundtable format is is kind of like a different like learning sort of method, and it offers sort of something sort of different to the traditional conference format.
Tell us about the technology pitch battles. How do they spark innovation in mining?
So for us is that, technology and innovation is absolutely critical to the future of the industry. So we've been having the technology pitch battles for a number of years now, and it's a great way to showcase innovation and technology, and also how they can make a real difference in the mining industry. And we've had a number of technology companies appearing on the pitch battles in previous years, which have then gone on to sort of like greater and bigger sort of things. So it's a very good sort of like platform them. It's a platform for them to go and pitch to investors, but also a platform for miners to go and ask them questions about how their technology and innovation is going to go and change their day-to-day operations.
Andrew, from the Women in Mining Lounge to London Mining Week, how does the conference help people connect and collaborate?
So, London Mining Week is an initiative we've launched this year with a number of other events organisers who are also doing events in the same week. So, Women in Mining, there's also the Oxford Mining Club, there's also the Northern Miners Symposium, the Critical Minerals Association UK, and we realised that it was a series of events that were all taking place in the same week. So, what we said to all of them, we said, look, rather than us competing against each other, let's just say, look, we've got a series of events all happening in the same week. If we all go and promote and advertise each other's events, then we're giving a lot more reasons for people to be in London for that week. So that's really helped drive for the event and really sort of help sort of like promote everything that's happening in the event. It's also helped in certain like conversations as well. So I'm meeting with the Mongolian government and the Kazakhstan government tomorrow, along with one of our other partners like Minex. So we can just talk about how London Mining Week can help both of those countries if they choose to attend resourcing tomorrow, which they are.
Well, remind us of the date for your event, Resourcing Tomorrow, and where potential participants can get more information.
Yes, so resourcing tomorrow starts on the 2nd of December, runs for 3 days to the 4th of December, takes place at the Business Design Centre in Islington, London, and the website is www.resourcingtomorrow.com.
Well, Andrew, I'm sure we're going to be chatting to you before the events. Thank you very much for taking the time today.
Thank you very much, Stephen.
Resourcing Tomorrow Divisional Director Andrew Thake.